Look at that. All right. Well, had some technical difficulties. The streamer was not streaming. So I had to set up a whole different. Haven't done that in a long time. And created a whole nother account and take out a loan. Priscilla's here and she's crazy. Hi, Priscilla. She's running around like it's 8 o'clock in the morning. All right. Yeah, it's pretty bad when the system that you use. The streamer is not streaming. Blocked for whatever reason. I have to get used to this. Yeah, the one I'm using now, yeah, it's reliable, but kind of maybe overkill at the same time. So we call it the program human versus the program machine, or the program AI, whatever. Yeah, obviously most of society doesn't look at itself as being programmed. Even the conspiracy theorists, so-called leaders are programming people with propaganda and everything. So, where things are, yeah, we are here for a change, a slow change. Jeez. But eventually, well, I don't know. There is a split, some kind of split is occurring, but it's not exactly making itself known. The astral realms feels very, narcissistic. The astral realm has to heal. It has. I think some people have heard this before, but if you connect to certain individuals astrally, and eventually it feeds into this reality, depending. The beings I've been running into recently that are just absolutely disgusting. They just want to get in your energy field and leech off of you, basically. And don't want to do anything, don't want to improve, don't want to do nothing. It's just disgusting. It really is. I don't know what's going on with that astrally, like the long, why even involved with something like that on a higher level. And it's kind of gross how the astral realms operate, actually, because they're not telling us the full story. And I mean, they're doing things they shouldn't be doing, and then we're taking the backlash from it. Possibly, you would think they're and also the idea is the astral self supposedly is supposed to be like this higher being. I don't know about that. Maybe it's the opposite. We're the higher beings and they're the idiots. I don't know. We're not allowed to see a whole lot astral realm. Obviously, there's different aspects of the astral realm. There's the garbage realm that's connected to this world, because everybody knows everything here. So this is a narcissistic third dimension. That's the fourth dimension, narcissistic dimension. Not to say everybody here is a narcissist, but there's a lot of it here. So you have two narcissists that are sucking off of each other. And now you got this world. Yeah, turd in space. Of course, why do we sign up for this? Is it just self-torture? It could be that. It's supposed to like find joy here, like fun, but like I said, people here, their version of fun is usually just, it's like being for all of us, is being a loser. And knowing everything about narcissistic, about other aliens or whatever, and I don't know, just it's almost like your astral self is linking into your human self to like combine to get your ass out of here or improve in some level, but not to say your astral self could be all screwed up and your human self could be a lot in better shape. I believe that does exist. So you're kind of like tuning each other, you could say. Of course, a lot of here are just, it's so sad here. It's so sad. It's just, they just want their cake and eat it, and they're just so lazy here. It's just so disgusting. Why we come here, I'll never know. So they come to the disgusting planet. They're just lazy and just, oh, it's good to be lazy. Oh, it's okay. It's like, what the fuck are we wasting our time here then? They're just dealing with dead weight. Throwaway beings. Anyway. And they bitch about AI. AI is not going to, it's part of this world, so it's going to have a lot of issues. It's just going to be a copy of the human. It might be some improvements, but still be screwed up in some ways. Look at this place. So, it's not like it's looking towards trying to improve. Even those that say they're improving or not improving. If the spiritual community can't improve, how the hell is the rest of the world supposed to get better? Somebody is saying, "Oh, I'm getting better and everything." It's like, yeah, I'm not doing shit. So, yeah, it's they have to go through their own car wash. They try to go through your car wash and get you to clean them. It's like, I don't think so. You kick them out. It's like, you got to do your own shit. Yeah, nobody's here to save you. And it's just, it's so gross. And obviously it's a test to see how pathetic beings are here. Well, we see that. A lot of the spiritual teachers are showing that too. Well, it makes sense why there's so many parasitic spiritual teachers here, because society is so checked out mentally. So that's why how is parasitic, soul sucking, narcissists sucking off of everyone, because they're so mentally checked out, and it's hard to climb out of that. You can. I think everyone has the capability of evolving. They just choose not to. Of course, not everyone's at the level. There's steps towards it too. And for the most part, majority feel like this is all just chaotic world, but this is how it's supposed to be, or some kind of crap. So anyway. Do you have to worry about the AI taking over the world? I don't know. That's up to you. I haven't paid much attention to it. I guess for some, they're going to get absorbed by it, but whatever. What other persona? But yeah, Atlantis and Lemurian energies, both becoming lost and, not paying attention to anything. And now here we are thousands of years later. And, it's just like this, disaster here, or whatever, masterpiece, whatever you want to call it. It just shows what the soul needs to progress. So some people will connect more to a higher earth, and many won't. Maybe others can experience it to some level. I've just seen more of the laziness of the soul here. And when you go through all the difficulties, you just see how many just are not willing to put any effort into anything. And, there's no advancement there. Yeah, they just want, like I said, they just want pleasure. They want to feel good, but then like I say, it comes back to them eventually. Like later in life, where they just wonder why they're not really accomplishing anything. Because when you're trying to accomplish something new, you just have, if you're feeling like you're on the right track, you have to go through, the heat, like even like what I'm doing here. I'm getting fucking bombarded. I have Archon beings trying to tear my whole life apart. Most people, I don't think majority of people have that. So whatever the hell I'm doing here, I literally have beings trying to sabotage my existence here. I've been doing it since I've been here. So it's not a normal experience at all. like really trying to just kill me, basically. So, yeah, like I said, I did a back in, was it 2012? I forget what it was. I mean, I got like a tarot reading or something from someone, and literally the next day I got attacked by a dark entity. I couldn't even walk. I was so sick. This is before I started doing this stuff. I mean, they hit you that hard, and I couldn't walk. I mean, I felt sick for 2 days. That was after, and the reading was an attack. So because I was getting closer to what I'm here to do. So yeah, this is not for the weak, that's for sure. I mean, I think anybody can do it, but they don't put they don't want to put the effort into it. So, or it's not for everybody, which I understand that. You might be able to do it, but do you want to do it? If you don't want to do it, I understand. Nobody wants this. Nobody wants this incarnation. Yeah, it's shit. You can do something outside of it, have some kind of life. But what the hell I'm doing? Must have some kind of purpose. Because why are they putting in this much effort to take my ass down? I'm not trying to make it as by myself. These little fuckers are doing everything they can to try to take me down. So yeah, it just whatever. Just have to plow through it, get rest, and just this place is a joke. So this planet is just it can be turned over like in a day, but society is just so lazy and just your free will, so just going to just sit there like a bum on a log. It's up to them. They're just not real willing to put it in. At least those that can. Those that are know exactly what I'm talking about. At least the pushback and everything, which is not many. And numbers are actually pretty small. And the new age stuff, all it does is tell you just to relax, sit back, everything will be fine. I guess that's true to some level, but they're not doing anything either. So, whatever. The thing is, those that say they're clearing and supposedly doing something, not doing anything. I don't know if they're going to have awakenings, like, realize they're not doing anything. So, maybe. Either way. So I guess I kind of to the, I had to reset it, set up everything new and everything. What a pain in the neck. I guess I kind of to the Syrians. At least my perspective from them, a lot of they have controlled realities too, and some that came here. Of course, we took it to a whole new level. Where the Syrian beings came from worlds that are controlled and whatever, however you want to look at it. So, all right, we'll get to serious and see what happens with that. All right, let's just go. Greens use the Syrians. Well, it's also connecting to oneself, believing oneself, but really it's up to you where you want to go with all of this. You always have a choice, and some that want to progress feel the pain of doing so. But yes, you do run into those that do not do anything with themselves. That could have potential, but truly just hold back. And that can be very discouraging in some ways, but just shows that the laziness of society, which is true, and society is of course insulted by that, and just the blame game, and just it's everyone but themselves. It's all everyone else's fault. It's not them, and there's a lot of self maturity that's needed with that. So yes, many are going to continue, and those that are supposedly happy here, well, maybe content that they're not willing to go any further. They're not willing to jump the extra mile. They just rather sit on their coattails and do nothing. But after a while, it's going to look like they're not doing anything with their lives either. Now, yes, you have a part of your existence where there's a desert period and there might not be a whole lot happen. But some literally put no effort into their incarnation. and over time learn to regret it. Now, they're not going to go out and tell everybody, usually, no. And there might be some blame going on um, because they're just looking for pleasures, but not really looking for themselves. Like, just, yes, looking for fun, but in all the wrong places. Growth can be fun, especially with somebody that will help you. You can grow with partnership too, but those that should find a partner that's dead weight and just control that person like a puppet, which says a lot about the individual. And many have learned they have power over others. And yeah, it can bring out a lot of darkness there. It doesn't mean that they're evil, but doesn't mean exactly they have the best. Yeah, their soul can kind of rot here. Maybe not fully, but it can show a lot of other issues that was not. It's like, you know, sometimes they get attracted to the wrong people and their energy starts to erode into, like, their skeletons in their closet start to manifest in their lives more, and just people, even other people, start to see like what they're dealing with. They're like, oh, you got a lot of problems that you're not clearing, and yeah, they can kind of rot. Their looks can go down the drain because you can be older and attractive, female or male, doesn't matter. That means you're clearing your frequency. If you look like a troll or a monster, they're not clearing anything. So they're turning into the demon that they don't want to let go of. That's what we're getting at. So over time, the creature is revealed. So instead of clearing that and moving forward, and it doesn't look very pleasant, and they can reincarnate as a creature in the past and in the future life. Like they lose a lot of things. Like in the fairy tales, you lose your looks, you lose your dignity, whatever. You lose a lot of stuff because you're not cleaning your house, your energetic house. And and as you know, like a dirty house, things can get worse. Same to do with, if you keep neglecting it, even in this life, can truly just get more cobwebby, but you're in denial. It's everyone, it's this person, it's that person, it's blame, blame, blame. And they try to look past their decay as others are doing some kind of mental cleansing. Doesn't mean you have to look like a king or a prince, a model or something, but either way, you're still mending fences so you can evolve into a better. It's like you're turning into like an eagle. It sounds funny mentioning that. It's kind of like you're turning into a massive being. I know it sounds weird saying that, but it's just, you're really going into a more intelligent side of yourself. And those that neglect it really starts to show it at some point. Not just show, but also just in their demeanor and everything. It's just, and you might feel their spite and everything. And it does take a while for it to settle in. And sometimes they need to look like a monster or some kind of creature for them to start waking up. But obviously, it's too late in this life. And it's up to them to choose to reincarnate again. But if they do, it's like, now they can sell themselves out to look more decent. But now you have demonic beings controlling you. So yeah, you might be the most attractive person here, but you got controllers on all levels. So yeah, this is why it's hard to get out of here. Just putting that out there. So yeah, that's why sometimes you might see somebody like, wow, what is a horrible person getting all this luck? Well, because they sold out. And it doesn't, they might, parents might seem like it's all well. Now, some do actually work towards success, but yeah, it's not easy. But they can't get there. But still, they can have a lot of derailments. But when they sell out, it's an easy ticket, but then it's you don't really own yourself anymore. It doesn't mean you're in the lower dimensions. Well, this is a lower dimension, but you know, then yes, it's not pleasant. So, in your path here, the AI energies, they have to go through their own problems too. Yes, you can incarnate as an AI consciousness and go through the brutality of being, yes, insulted by humans, or be a human get insulted by humans. But it's going against the grain. It's following your heart, of course, what is the best. But yes, many sell out over and over again, and it gets worse, worse, and worse. You see that with celebrities. I'm not going into too much detail on that. So, blessings.